Welcome. I'm Pam Busiek, and I have the real privilege of being a leader with LifeWave. Certainly not to those of my right and your left, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And one of the most exciting things that I would like to share with you is that there is no social distancing happening. We are actually here live, enjoying each other's company, fellowshipping in relationship, and sharing with you something that we believe wholeheartedly in that can benefit your health and your wellness, and certainly your financial picture if you're predisposed to that interest as well. My quick experience before I let the people that really know what's going on here introduce you to them properly was LifeWave stumbled into my lap in a very integrous way by a faith-based study that my mother had been involved in with a colleague of hers, and I was in search of something for my father and found a patch called LifeWave to help his pain, and that gave him relief, and the byproduct of that was my own trying of the product prior to a knee replacement that was around the corner for me, which is no longer happening, and that got my attention. So I did quite a bit of homework on the science side. I like science in a very robust way, and I'm kind of the prove it to me gal. And I was very impressed with what I saw. Went to meet the PhD that did the third-party study, the O'Connors, and the inventor, the scientist, and the founder, Mr. David Schmidt himself, and decided that I too wanted to be a part of this company. My goal being that I wanted to make sure that every person I met, at bare minimum, I could share the patch experience I had and contribute to their health and wellness. I don't have a large business story at this time with LifeWave. I do professionally in my past. I've been a CEO for most of my life, entrepreneur, learning how to create my own value. I've owned my own direct sales company and marketed those products globally, as well as all cruise lines in the world. And so this is not new to me. It's new to me to build from scratch as a member or distributor, but it's not new to be a part of a company and learn what growth is all about, especially when it's the caliber of what I have found with LifeWave. And I think the first person, I think we'll start with seniority first, that I would like to introduce you to is Roy Serrano. And Roy, I'm hoping I don't butcher your name, but he has a very lofty education experience that I would like him to briefly share with you. And he has a lofty senior presidential LifeWave experience that we'll delve into in a bit. So would you mind sharing with us?
Definitely, Pat. Yes, my name is Roy Surjono. I've been with LifeWave for almost 13 years now. Very active, and with this new normal, we've been going Zoominar every day. My record was 8 Zoominars a day, going to Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, and all over the world. This is a very amazing technology. My background, myself, I'm an electrical engineer. I specialize in electromagnetic, robotic, and aerospace. And I have my own company as well. It's been a blessing. It's been a bless for me with LifeWave, and I want to become a blessing to others.
Oh, well, thank you. I might envy you, by the way. That's a pretty special background. And we have another special background to talk about. And with that, it is my presidential director, Terese Santos.
Well, Pam, it's just an honor to be here to support you. And welcome to my hood. This is my neighborhood here, Pelican Hill, and my background is that I'm currently the CEO and the founder of Beauty for the Soul Mentorship. In addition to that, I am a presidential director with LifeWave, and prior to that, for 28 years, I was a top director with Mary Kay Cosmetics, had the opportunity to serve and mentor and coach a lot of people, and that afforded me over 18 earned pink Cadillacs.
Wow.
It's pretty special.
Yeah.
Well, I think what we would like to most share with you is some of the personal stories that the actual product people have experienced with. And Roy, I believe you have 14 years of product experience.
Correct.
And I believe that you have some very personal family and your own stories to share.
Yes.
Would it be okay if you shared that with our guests?
Definitely. When my sponsor first shared the product, I was skeptical, but I bought the product, and Chuck Michael, my sponsor, ensure that Roy, this product is going to work. So he started putting patches after our lunch, and that was Monday afternoon. And Monday I usually play badminton. And that night, I was about 45 years old at the time, and that night I was playing like a maniac, like I was like 20 years younger. I usually average only 2 to 3 game maximum every Monday night, and I'll be going home in pain. But that night I was playing not 2 or 3, I played 8 games, and the last 2 games I played single, which is mission impossible to play badminton. Badminton is a very fast game. A professional smash maybe 225 miles an hour. I smashed maybe about 120 miles an hour, so it's pretty fast. But that night I played 8 games, I won them all. I got home and I usually slept in the car because I got back pain, I cannot get out from the car. But that night, after 8 games and win them all, I went out from the car and took a shower and slept in my bed. The pain was very minimal.
And which patch was that you had tremendous experience of success?
At that time, we were only using the energy enhancer and the ice wave.
Okay.
And the next morning, I called my sponsor and asked 1,000 questions. So he hooked me up to David Schmidt, and I was so happy to meet David, and he answered all my questions. And then I start testing the products. My mom used to have 12 different medication. She have all kind of medical condition. And it took me about approximately 9 months, very strenuously and diligently patching her every day. And within that month, I was able to remove all her 12 medications. She's 88 years old right now. She's at home, she stayed with me, and she's healthy like an ox. And especially after X39, I think all her brain function, her memory are coming back like crazy because she started talking about my late father. She started talking her youth experience. She said, do you know that last night I remember this and this? So everything, the cognitive function are firing like crazy, and she is so healthy at 88 years old, and I am so grateful.
You know, when you see that personal experience in your own family, you can't refute it. It's the real deal.
It is.
And that is what is most impressive to me. When I've seen in my own family and my own knee, my own self, my own children, and have seen their experience with it, you just want people to benefit from, at bare minimum, the use of the product.
Exactly.
And I know, Terese, that you've had some fantastic experiences. Would you mind sharing?
Right. If it wasn't, Pam, it was my own struggle with insomnia for 10 years. And anybody who suffers with that, I was actually to the point where it wasn't just struggle, it was suffering. And I was living a life that, in my opinion, was more of a secret shame life. I was trying to do life and trying to run my businesses on very compromised sleep. And I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wasn't really living my life, at all. And so a brief summary is that I had heard there was this patch, this non-prescription, non-pharmaceutical way of supporting sleep. And it was the silent night patch that first got my attention. And because I knew enough, Pam, not to go after the big bad pharmaceuticals.
Good for you.
I knew enough, and I was cocktailing everything else I could that ended in a PM, right? Advil PM, Tylenol PM. And then I would just have to up my dosage and continue to take more, because what I didn't know is that when you are taking anything third party, it stops your body's own ability to produce it, right?
Of course.
And so I found out that there was this patch, and I ended up having a 4-hour lunch with Mr. David Schmidt right here at Pelican. This is actually where it all started here for me, and got some patches. And after the second night, I slept better than I had in 10 years. And by that first week, my life was back. And so I knew, with all my mentorship and all my coaching, most of the women and the men were coming to me struggling with stress or sleep issues. And so now I just got on board with LifeWave 2.5 years ago, Pam, because I thought maybe I could support my clients. I had no idea.
Wow.
One of the things that I just picked up on by what Roy and Terese shared with all of us, there's some regeneration happening.
Yes.
And there's a new patch that's in the marketplace, approximately almost 2 years, if I'm correct. A year and a half, possibly? Year and a half going, which is a regenerative patch. And it has that buzzword, stem cell, attached to it.
Correct.
As well as copper peptide. And that's crucial. There are many coronaviruses out there, and we don't attach ourselves to a cure for coronavirus of any sort, whether it be the first corona of a cold or whether we're at COVID-19. But copper peptide is crucial to the body for, as is copper, etc., when you consume it. So that's one of the newest that you mentioned, that you're noticing the cognitive skills of your mother, and I've noticed that in my own family.
There you go.
And I think when they miss, they miss.
Yeah.
So we've jumped around a little bit on the variety of different patches that are made available, with the company starting with energy and then moving all forward now, also addressing the AccuLife with animals over 300 pounds, the horses, etc., which is exciting for someone like me who lives in Texas. There's another piece to this outside of the flexibility of using the patch and disposing of it after 12 hours, and the clinical documented third-party studies globally, and the patents that are attached to each of the patches that make you feel somewhat invincible when you share with others. And that's very important to me. That's credibility.
Yes.
And I also am excited that you have the ability to share with people personally.
Yeah.
It takes a little time to explain to people and to let them know, drink water,
Yes.
12 hours, then dispose of it. Don't forget, eat right. You just kind of have to be a personal coach for them as you patch your friends, family, neighbors, professionals, etc.
Exactly.
And I'm thrilled that, because I'm a direct sales believer, having owned one of those types of companies myself in the past, that you actually can speak to someone personally and be remunerated if you choose to share a patch with someone. And that's big news, especially with the world changing it is now.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind sharing some of your personal success, any dollar figures that would entice people that are strong business builders. You don't need to be specific.
Yes. Well, in the first few years when I joined LifeWave, I was not like dead serious about it, but I'm still making a very good part-time income money. And then I felt that my energy, my body, my organ are getting younger. I think on the 7th, 8th year of my life being a distributor, I went to meet all my friends in Indonesia. I was born in Indonesia, and I noticed all my friends looks like grandpa already. And I was the only one that have a lot of energy. I'm moving here and moving there. And I noticed that some of my friends are losing one kidney. The other guy only have a quarter of a liver. The other guy have a sugar diabetes of 700. And I was like, what happened to all of you guys? So 10 of my best friends, I introduced them to LifeWave. Only 2 that pay attention. You know the 80-20% rules again? So these 2 people now, when I met them last year, they still look not bad, but the rest was getting old so fast. This is real life when I saw them, right? And building the business, I had recruited, I think I hold the record, over 800 people.
Congratulations.
And all these 800 people share with someone, just like, networking with others. And it grew in so many different countries around the world. And I am so blessed that I have been able to meet all the great leaders like Terese Santos. That is a divine appointment that I was able to meet her and we can work together as a team. When it comes to income, I think I was warned before, I make a lot of money in LifeWave. I cannot say the number, but especially during promotion week, my 1 week income is about people that make in a year.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
well,
that
I would
crazy.
be comfortable and only merely guessing that you far surpass 6-figure annual income, and you're at that nice 7-figure annual income. And people that really run companies and run businesses that want to take it serious want to know if that's available. And
It is.
others just
Yes.
want to know if it's part-time and can I add a little bit of money? And
Oh,
that's fair enough.
definitely.
So, there's something here for everyone.
Yes.
And
It
that
is.
you're a generational influence. And thank goodness for Terese and then me. I'm the
Yes.
baby that you have to hold the hand of.
Oh,
and
we are
I'm
holding
a
you
newbie
tight.
here. I'm a newbie here, and I'm a good listener, and I've got anxious to get going and appreciate your help. But Terese, can we hear about you? You've had great early success.
Yes, yes.
Sure. So I've been 2.5 years now with LifeWave, and Roy and I and Chuck Michael have had the opportunity to work together, and I am very fortunate because I get to look at, I am going to speak income because Chuck Michael shared with me himself that he's earned over $20 million already in LifeWave.
Yes.
And someone like Roy, again, you are a humble man, but again, well over 7 figures, many years, and
yes.
and I'm on track for $500,000, and moving forward. And I know I earned my first $1 million at 29 years old, and
An
so,
exception.
and but here's the thing: is that I think all of us, we're all self-made business people, business leaders,
Yes.
and I think we would all agree that opportunity is something that successful people see. They recognize it. Success recognizes success.
Amen.
And none of us really got on board with LifeWave because we needed the money. We wanted the opportunity to serve. We saw what this patch could do.
Yes.
I know it changed my life. I
Yeah.
know your story.
Oh, yeah.
And then Pam, your knee.
My name is
Yeah.
remarkable. It's
Yeah.
remarkable. I was a big runner, and my father
Yeah.
was in sports professionally,
Yeah.
and I was the first child, so I have a real passion for fitness, exercise, and wellness, and was a few weeks from going to medical school, and there was nothing offered there on wellness and the immune system wellness. And so I started a vitamin and skincare company instead, and then was able to buy the manufacturing of that after going global with that company. So I've really learned a lot about what can be done in the marketplace, and I just want to patch everybody I know because I believe in it.
Yes.
But on the business side, I
Yeah.
think what I would like to share is that it's disposable, so there's a repeat order.
Correct.
It's patented, so there's no competition.
Correct.
That's big. It's patented, there is no competition. They're a third party, highly credible to the nuclear physicist level. Clinical studies. I've read every one of them.
Wow.
And I told you I'm interested in that, and I'm kind of a prove it to me gal.
Yeah.
And so the science is there, the opportunity is there, and it seems like, Roy, maybe the timing is just right
Oh.
now.
It couldn't be better when it comes to timing, because right now everybody have to stay home. Many of my friends are having financial trouble because they have to stay home. They cannot work. I think the first couple of weeks, the company pay for the first 2 weeks, and then after that maybe we have government some money, but after that you're on your own. So working from home could not be better. Think about it. You have a product that no one else has. I do understand nanotechnology. It is very hard to copy nanotechnology. It is 1,000 times smaller than a bacteria. How are you going to copy that, right? It's impossible. We have a technology that always works. I've patched people, like 60,000 over people I patched.
Wow.
And every single one of them, if I remember correctly, even when I start working with you, we always have results. Always have results. So we have a product that always works and nobody else has it. No competitors. I do not know your neighbor. I do not know your family. I do not know all your friends. So if you become LifeWave distributors, those are all your first warm market that nobody else can touch. But because our company is growing so fast, we're going to build this company to become $1 billion or more together. So you better move fast. We do Zoom seminars. You can call me. I can help you. I've been doing, last night I only do 7 people Zoom seminar, but we sign up 2 people. No problem. So Zoom seminar is the way to go now, and you don't have to go out and drive all these places or even fly to other places, and you can do this home-based business with amazing product, LifeWave.
Are correct. And Terese, recently, for those of you that are familiar with LifeWave, they're excellent communicators. By email, they're available, customer service, and they do it with quality, and they do it with class.
Yes.
And that is something that I also looked for as well. And speaking of quality, knowledge, and great communicator and class, that leads me to Terese Santos, who I just followed her patching school of every day. I'm behind 2 days because I'm here visiting my father and glad to be in Southern California with you all. But what a fantastic product knowledge and job you have done.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you. In layman's terms, thank you so much for that. What I love so much about this company is that I think you said it perfectly, is that we have people that have extraordinary scientific backgrounds. I have over 60 medical doctors in my team, yet
Wow.
I am not a doctor. I have well over 200 people that are in the energy work and energy healing and functional medicine. And so there's the science is available. The credibility is there for people that need to have that validation. But for someone, I want to piggyback something that Roy said about the business side of it. LifeWave is a 15-year-old company. This is a company that is not on trial. Not only do we have all the patents, this is a 15-year-old stem cell activation company, and the patent on X39 we just got the U.S. patent 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And this U.S. patent is now protected for the next 20 years.
Yep.
And as a business person, I look at this. I look at getting in front of what will be the next trillion-dollar industry, and that is the stem cell industry. And I think now is the time that people are getting themselves set up. Somebody can be financially secure and stable, but you never know what life is, what life has in store around the corner. Nobody saw this coming.
Yes.
Right?
Nobody.
Correct.
And so I think that if this technology, if the idea of light therapy interests you, start using the patches.
Yeah.
If the idea of getting aligned with a stem cell, the only stem cell activation therapy that is affordable, it's non-invasive, it is highly, let's just say, it doesn't have a controversy around it, it's highly ethical.
Yes.
And so I think the business side of this it's brilliant.
Oh, and it's so exciting. I mean, when I talk to people, they said, you really care about this.
Yeah.
I really care about it.
Yeah.
I am
Definitely.
just genuinely excited and want to share with people and to be able to do that with generational experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And if I like to add one more thing. If you have experience in building network marketing, ladies and gentlemen out there, this is going to be a great company for you. We even built this company for success. We have what we call LifeWave In Touch, where you can send email with all the video that our vice president had created so well, and you can even see how far they have seen the video. Is it quarter way, halfway, or full way? And when we do our follow-up and sending the second video, this is really great. And we can teach you, we can mentor you how to build this business to your retirement, literally.
Terese, and someone asked me the other day, is it one of those? And I said, yes, it's one of those. And let me tell you what I think one of those is. Helping and caring about people's wellness.
Right.
And helping and caring about them professionally.
Mm-hmm.
And if you team together and you have a sincere heart with the product and the value that the company has demonstrated over the soundness of 15 years, the sky's the limit. I would just like to ask you all one more question.
Sure.
And that question is a very thoughtful question. If you could just say one thing about your experience to others regarding LifeWave, what would that be?
Unbelievable.
That is just one thing, isn't it, Roy?
Yes. Yes.
I would say David Schmidt did not invent energy. He certainly did not invent medicine. But this man, the genius that David Schmidt is, he innovated both energy and medicine. And I I am so grateful that I said yes to this.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
I would say servant's heart
Yeah.
for you. I think the one word that I would share with you is I think providential. I think it's intentionally providential when Eastern and Western concepts of wellness meet each other.
Right on.
And it's sound and attracts a caliber of people that I personally enjoy being around. And the company seems to attract that type of person. And I'm proud of that. And I'm thrilled to be associated with the both of you. And I'm thanking you that you have welcomed me into Orange County and Pelican Hill, kind of my old back door. And for the team that's here supporting us today, and for those that are Facebook Live. And I'm thrilled. And I'm very, very grateful. And I think with that, it's probably about our 30-minute time. Would you like to say any closing comments?
Yes. For out there, people who are in Facebook, number one, health is, I almost died 8 years ago. I was working like a maniac. I make my millions in my engineering. But when I realized that health is actually number one, okay? To know LifeWave, I am always saying to all distributors, my friends and the family, that I was chosen to know this technology, because as we grew old, I can fix my own body, whatever something wrong with me, and I just keep patching. I'm still checking with my doctor, make sure everything is okay, to double sure, but this is really a blessing for me and my family, health-wise. Well, health is number one. And if you do it right, ladies and gentlemen, wealth come with it. I mean, like, I am really counting my blessings, because the income that I make is ridiculously, it doesn't make sense. With all my degree, before I owned my own company, I was a chief engineer, so I was supposed to be the smartest dude in the whole building. I cannot even make or touch this kind of money. Even with 3 degrees, it doesn't matter, right? So I am so blessed health-wise and financial-wise with LifeWave. Thank you, David Schmidt.
Well, it also affords your car collection, too.
Well, of course.
You and Jay Leno, now there you go.
And the only thing I would want to add to that is it really, no matter who you are, if this makes sense, start using the patches. It's only going to make life better. A stem cell activation patch is absolutely, it is innovative. And whether you're looking to have, just upgrading your health, or really, you could be looking at starting, anybody can start from now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anybody can start from now and create a brand new health story, life story, success story. And you certainly don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to do anything great with your life. So use this as an invitation. It just might be one of the best yeses you've ever made.
Thank you, Terese.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Roy, and thank you for those of you, that took the time to watch live and also to replay. And you know how to get a hold of each of us. We're here, we're available, the company is available. And so, as I would say to you, get those patches on and go get them. Thank you very, very much.
God bless you.